Today's topic is regarding how you can prep for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I'm going to share with you what are the promotional tools or the merchandising tools available, and then also some things about logistic, which I'm not sure if any of you heard before, AWD, and also introduce like a new feature sort of, which probably not many of us would have discovered that. All right, so my name is Jun Liang. I'm from the Seller Education team. Also a short introduction of myself. I've been with the team for actually been with Amazon for about almost 4 years, and I'm also a seller myself. Also selling products on Amazon US. So yeah, rest assured that I can definitely more or less understand what could be the challenges that you might be facing as well. Okay, now moving on to the next slide. Let me just shift to the next slide. And by the way, I do have this QR code which you can see along the way. So if you could bookmark that, that would be really great because I do share and update the links and the resources in the QR code. Is actually a kind of like a link in bio page that you can access to without any Seller Central account. There are free resources as well as some resources that you will need a Seller Central account to access it. Right, the link is also can be found in the message box when you sign in or in your email that you receive the confirmation for the webinar as well. Okay, some important notice. You can take a quick read on this. All right, so the general idea of this is just to say that whatever we share is for your informational purposes, and then the selling partner like yourself should always be advised to do your due diligence, check with your legal, accounting, professional, etc., regarding things like, pricing, etc. All right, so like financial, tax, or other advisor that you would have. And the recommendation here is really to provide you with the information for you and then do assess your situation and reach out to your other professional advisor if needed to. Right, I see some of the new names here today. So just want to share again, you can actually find all my recordings of the webinars in our official YouTube playlist. Right, the YouTube channel is Amazon Global Selling Southeast Asia. Right, remember to search for it if you do not know where is it, or you can go to the QR code as well. I have that link inside. Okay, so if you subscribe, then whenever I upload a video, usually on the same day, you will get a notification. Not say notification, depending on your setting, or you might see my video, appearing in your YouTube feeds. All right, then you can choose to watch it or watch later if you want to. And for the live Q&A section, which comes with every webinar, it's only going to be available for those of you who are listening to me right now, the live attendee, right? So to be fair, for all of you who actually spend your time with me, right, the Q&A will not be up into the recording. Right, so the recording will be just purely the content wise, which is why I will leave all the Q&A, all the discussion or potential like demonstration, I will leave it to the end. Okay, so lastly, I actually extracted the questions from the registration page, which you all register. So if I miss out anything later, which I will show you the question as well, that could be maybe you just registered not long ago. So if you can, you can type into the question box so that I can then address it as well at the end. Okay, and last but not least, right, every information I shared today is updated as of today, but there are things that, if you were to watch the recording a few months down the road, or YouTube pushes my video to you, you may not be seeing the updated information. So I would suggest you to then go to the Seller Central Help to find the most updated information or the Seller University. Before I start on the agenda, a short introduction of the team I am in. All right, so I'm part of the seller education team where we have a variety of the learning programs and it's free, all right, provided to all the selling partner or we call the sellers. Right, the live webinar, which is the one you're attending right now, that I run a couple of like sessions every month, which you can sign up. And then I would say the key point of this webinar is that you get to get your question addressed live, right? If I really could not address your question, I would definitely do a follow-up via the emails for anything that I may not have the answer during the webinar. But the other one, which is the Seller University, there's also tons of resources that you can actually read, download, and even keep tracks of your learning progress if you log in to your Seller Central to access the Seller University under the navigation Learn, and then you can go to Seller University. And we also have some other short video contents that you can find on the official YouTube channel too. Okay, this is what we're going to be covering today. I'll go in quickly. Right, so I'm not sure how many of you actually participated in the recent Prime Big Deal Day. Right, so let me know, if you actually participated either as a seller yourself or as a customer. All right, I hope you actually find some good deals. Right, then you can, more or less understand, why do you want to run certain promotions during the Amazon like key campaigns or key events. All right. So definitely it helps to increase your sales across your brand because those are the time where you get, the most traffic, usually. Okay, and it's very different comparing to in the like for example where I'm from, I'm in Singapore. So every month you actually get like what we call the monthly doubles kind of campaign, 1122334455, all this. But in the US, where you are actually selling your product to Amazon US, right, there is, at least for now, not that I'm aware of, such a thing of a monthly campaign, right? So whenever there is a big key campaigns or events like, Prime Big Deal Day, Prime Day, and even the up and coming Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so there tend to be a lot more traffic going on, a lot more potential sales that you could actually leverage on. So discoverability is definitely higher as well. So it's actually a good time to run a promotion during this period, right? And especially in the lower half of the year where, typically it's the holiday seasons where most people will, get to celebrate event like festivals and even like Halloween, Prime Big Deal Days, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, etc. Right. So, yeah, these are the time where it start to get more, I would say, get more customers who tend to shop around during the year end. All right. So these are the things that you can actually think about, even if you're not doing this time round, next year, this is something you can consider, and also the benefits of running a promotion during this period. All right. So, all right, this is the same thing. Right, so you can see the titles is a bit of a mix of Prime Big Deal Day and BFCM because these two events have some, I would say, similarity in terms of the deals and promotion that you can run. Right, right. So first of all, these are the criteria. Right, in order to run this kind of deals, there are certain criterias. Right, so I actually did this webinar a couple of weeks ago already as well because you might see some of the dates that may seems to be over. That's because we ran similar webinar already in the past before the deadline of any of the submission. So today is more like a refresher thing or something that you can prepare for your up and coming one. So don't worry about the criteria too much in a sense because on the page when you're trying to create, it will actually also tell you the criteria. All right, but it's good for you to know if you are someone who wants to go ahead and think about how you can actually be eligible for all these deals that you'll be eligible to run. Right, so deals, right? Why you need to know the criteria is because not everybody can run deals. It has to be something that has to be recommended by the system, the Seller Central itself. So I would encourage you maybe after the session, you log into your Seller Central, look at the deals to see is there any recommendation or not. Right, so later at the end, if I have time, I will show you where you can find in the Seller Central, okay? Right, so whenever you see there is eligible deal, you are actually highly encouraged to run it, lah, right? Because not every single AC will be eligible. All right, it depends on a lot of factors. All right, such as a rating, that I shared in the previous slide, your reseller rating, etc., your past historical sales, etc., before the system could even recommend you the deals that you can run. Right. So lightning deals, right, to participate, let's say you are being recommended to run the deals, all right, you will need to provide like a minimum of 20% discount off. All right, and of course the other things like your rating, etc. Okay, later I will show you where you can find it if in the Seller Central. But do take note that there will be a what we call the fee, all right, during this period like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. If you were to run the lightning deals during this period, lightning deals, right, there will be a $300 fee. All right, so this is a one-time fee that will be invoiced separately after the promotion end. Now again, just for your info, right, because the submission actually ended I think last Friday, right? So I'm not sure if there's any extension. Later we can see, but as of the official date, right, the submission is ended, meaning that if you have any recommendation, you would have already submitted by, or rather, you should have already submitted by 11th of October, right? And then, you will be able to see whether or not your deals that you submitted are they being, will they be ready, or rather, is it being approved, or if there's any issues or being suppressed or whatnot. All right, and of course, beside that, you will also receive emails actually during this period to ask you to go and submit any potential deals that you will be recommended in Seller Central. So there's a lot of communications going out, not just my webinar. So do also check your emails that is going out to the email that you actually use to sign up for Seller Central account. All right, or in the account setting, you can set up other emails to receive all these promotional related emails. Okay, the other one is the best deal, right? So this deal is also will be running during the event of the Black Friday Cyber Monday, right? So to actually run, I mean, to participate in this best deal, right, you need to offer minimum of like 15% discount off. All right. So for this best deal, at the start, it will run as a Prime exclusive. Then after that, it will be appearing as a best deal. All right. So the mobile screenshot is something like how it will appear. All right. So if you recently shop around during Prime Big Deal Day, you can see roughly, the badging looks like this. If you chance upon a deal, let me just zoom in. Right. It will show you things like, oh, limited time deal, red color is very obvious, eye-catching, I would say. Right, so your customer will definitely see this and tend to click into it. Right, for best deal as well, there is a fee. It's it's $1,000 USD. Right, so again, whatever I share today is in the USD. So it's 1,000 USD to participate in the best deal. And again, the submission by now is already ended. You should have actually submitted last week already. Okay, so you can participate in Prime exclusive discount as well. Right, so this discount is actually available to Prime members. Right, so product that you have a Prime exclusive discount will show like a discounted price, and then you will also appear, the what do you call that, the badging on the display, etc. Let me just zoom in a little bit. All right, yeah, you can see something like that. Okay, right. So for Prime members only, they will get to see this kind of discount that is only for Prime members. All right, so for information, Prime members are those in the US who actually subscribe to like either monthly or annual kind of membership, and it's way more expensive compared to the Singapore, right? So in the US, it's actually about 139, if I remember correctly, a year to be the Prime to enroll into the Amazon Prime membership, right? So because of that, right, more Prime members tend to shop for these kind of deals that is only for Prime members. Right. So for this time round during the Black Friday Cyber Monday, to run any Prime exclusive discount, or sometimes it is called PED short form, there is a $50 fee, all right, to run the Prime exclusive discount. Right. So you can actually add multiple multiple product into this one single Prime exclusive discount, so you don't have to pay a $50 fee for every single ASIN, right? So each campaign, if I remember, can run up to about you can upload about 200 ASIN, right, to run a Prime exclusive discount in a single PED campaign, and you only incur or rather charge a $50 fee, right? That will be invoiced separately after the promotion ends. Okay, so this is something that you can get ready to participate, all right? Because just now before the session, I went to check, it is still not open yet, right? So the what we call this the sourcing period, which is the period where it opens up for you to go in and create and select the option that says, is this a Black Friday Cyber Monday discount checkbox, that will appear. So as of now, it's not open yet, but usually open around the mid-October, which I think is coming up soon because right now we are actually at the mid-October already. So do stay tuned because you will receive an email as well on this. Okay, so to highlight again, right, there's a $50 fee per campaign, right, which is the per Prime exclusive discount campaign that you created, right? So there's a thing to know, right? If you ran a Prime exclusive discount, but if you did not generate any sale from it, you will not be charged a fee, right? Just for your info, so you won't get charged if there's actually no sales resulting from your campaign. Okay, this one I can show you the demo later. All right. So the other thing you can also leverage during the Prime BFCM Black Friday Cyber Monday is you can also run coupons. Right. Coupon, I think by now we all probably know, you can, coupon is a tool that you can use to offer discount as well for your customers. Right. So just for this period, during the Black Friday Cyber Monday, if you're going to run coupon for this period, then you will need to have a minimum of 20% discount of the current price. All right. Now, if it's not during if you did not schedule it during the actual Black Friday Cyber Monday day, you don't have to provide 20% discount lah. All right, because if you use coupon before, actually coupons minimum I think is 5% already. All right, just that if you are participating in Black Friday Cyber Monday and you intend to use coupon to give discount during the actual event day itself, then you will need to provide at least 20% discount off, right? So that you will have the necessary kind of exposure during that period, during the event period itself. Okay. Right, so just for your info, if you actually created some coupons already, and if you don't intend to continue with that, because sometimes what do you call that? The suppression reason could be the case that you may not have a um, past historical sales, etc. All right, you can go and cancel it if you can too. Right, because sometimes when the coupons get revalidated, the submission, your coupon may become active. Right. Then again, if you are not aware, then you might have already create another coupon, then you might end up having double coupons for it, which is something that you did not want to or that you don't intend to. Right. So a best practice is, if you set up any coupon and if it's already not showing as active already, if it's not showing as active, it's actually recommended to go cancel it just in case for some certain type of reason your coupon may get active again, and that is something that you may not want to run multiple promotion for the same ASIN. Okay, I'll show you the demo later. Now some important terms and condition. Right. Okay, to get the most out of your promotion during especially the event period, right? Try to promote your top product, all right? You can focus on your top product, to maximize your growth opportunity. Now, how you choose your top product will be entirely up to your business judgment, I would say. All right, it could be either based on your top seller, or it could be either based on your top sales. It could be either a product that you are planning to launch during that period and you want to have a lot of exposure during that time. All right, so this is up to you to decide which is considered your top product. Right, another thing you can do or you should do is if you not already have, make sure you use the high quality images, especially the main image, right? Because that's very important. That's something that your customer will see at the very first view of your product images, right? The very first moment and the search result, the main image with a clear white background is the one that your customer will see. So make sure you have a good high quality one. Then once they click into it, and again, the first image that shows on the product display page is also the main image, right? And then when they mouse over, if your product image is a high quality one, it will be zoom in for them to see the details. Right. The next suggestion is improve your product detail page if you have not done so. Right. If you are a brand owner, you have a lot more things that you can do. Right. So you will start to create A plus content if you have not done so. Right. You can create your product listing page by adding A plus content, enhance product description, your brand story, etc. to showcase your product. Right. So if you do not if you are not a brand owner, you are not enrolled into Amazon Brand Registry, and there is only a few things you can do, which is really to optimize your bullets point. You can do at least about 5 bullet point and your product description, and your product image. That's about it. So which is why I would suggest if you have a trademark, then you should use it if it's eligible trademark to enroll into Amazon Brand Registry so that you get to unlock all the brand building features to create a more attractive listing. Right. So last but not least, make sure you try not to stack discount if you are eligible. You might be thinking, oh, having more discount for customers to choose from, right? But be you might be aware, there is actually there's an option that you can allow stacking, right? So your promotion might end up getting stacked by the customers, and then you may actually end up given more promotions to your customer that you intended to, right? So remember to do that, or rather remember not to do that, all right? Remember not to create multiple promotions for the same product. Okay, these are just some common issues when you try to create any what do you call that, coupons, price exclusive discount, right? You will see these. Okay. In general, all right, it could be due to product rating or it could be due to your pricing setting, right? Most of the time, more than 90% of the time, the error is typically shown in the page already to tell you what is wrong with it. All right, then you can work on it and to rectify it and get it approved. Right. So maybe for the 10 or less than 10% of the time, which if you really are not able to solve, you can actually reach out to the seller support team using the help. Right. Or if you have an account manager, then you can reach out to them as well to get them to check for you. All right, just an overview of the Q4 holiday seasons for you. Can see a lot of shopping seasons. Yep. Okay, so I hope everyone is still with me. Now, if you have any question, right, remember to put it into the question box, okay, on your right-hand side, I think. Then I can address it at the end of it. Okay, now I'm going to share with you a new feature. Okay, so not sure if any one of you know about this. There is a new feature called the brand cart abandoner feature, right? So as the name says, you can use this feature to re-engage with your customer who actually added any of your branded product in their shopping cart, in their cart in the past 90 days, and they did not buy anything from those they added in. right? So this gives you a lot of the potential to boost your sales, right? Enhance the customer experience, and of course, the data will refresh weekly. Right, you can create a cart abandoners, promotions. All right. So this one again is only for brand owner, means you are enrolled into the Amazon brand registry. All right. Or you are being assigned the role by the brand owner itself. Right. If not, you won't be able to see this feature. All right. The eligibility criteria, besides being a brand owner, sorry, you need to have audience size of about 1,000 or more at least. Right. So I can also later quickly show you where to find this as well. Right, so something like that, if you are eligible, right, you'll be able to see something like that, right, your customer segment, etc. And then there's a way for you to send your cart abandoner a promotion, right, on the bottom, right, a bit small, all right. So if you are eligible, on the lower right corner, you should be able to see something like, oh, X number of your customers have added your product to their cart in the last 90 days, but have not yet purchased. All right, you can send them a promotion to actually, nudge them to purchase it. Okay, so this is actually addressing one of the biggest challenge, right, which is cart abandonment in most, online selling websites. You probably know, right? Right, so this cart abandonment is actually part of this what we call the brand tailored promotions, or like the name says, it's kind of tailored, means like targeted. Right, you can see there is a lot of the other tailored targeted promotions you can do if you're eligible. Right, brand cart abandoner is one of it. Right, there's a at risk, there's a brand follower, declining top tier, etc., or your high spending customer. Right, all these potential. Right, you can see I actually use my test account to screenshot this, so you will see like, okay, you're not eligible, da 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 da. Yep. Right, so you should log into your account to double check yours. Okay, now I hope that new feature is something that you look forward to later. Now I'm going to talk about the other part, which is regarding the supply chain by Amazon. Now again, if you have any question, let me know in the question box, okay? Then I can address it at the end of the webinar. Okay, let me pause for a second. Right, remember, if you have any question, let me know in the question box so that I can address it before we end the webinar. All right, moving on to this SCA, Supply Chain by Amazon. Right. So it's you can think about it's like an integrated, automated supply chain solution that cover all the sales channel. All right, so relying on this supply chain by Amazon, Amazon is able to pick up the goods directly from your factory, or your warehouse, etc., right, and manage the supply chain logistic all the way to the customer's doorsteps, right? So this will actually free up a lot of your time to let you, free up to hand over all these kind of complex tasks of supply chain logistics, etc., to Amazon, right? So not just product selling on Amazon, you can even use the solutions to fulfill products that you are selling through other channel, right? If that applies to you, okay? Right, so more streamlined operation. You can see the pictures over there, starting from the first mile logistics. Just zoom it in for you. Right, first mile logistics. Over here, you can use the Amazon solutions like AGL, right, and Amazon Send. All right, so I actually covered webinar sessions on these two features as well. Right, you can watch it in my previous recording. Right, And then also after that, right, from the first mile logistic option that can help to send to the bulk storage part where you can store your inventory there, either at the Amazon warehousing and distribution center, AWD. All right, and then with that, you can leverage the MCD, the multi-channel distribution, to fulfill products or to send the inventory to either your other sales channel or your own other warehouses. All right. And also with that, you can also use it to replenish your stock into the Amazon FBA fulfillment center. Okay. And ultimately, of course, to your customer who will eventually receive the product. Right. So you can see how this actually helps you to streamline your logistic operation. So that's something you can consider if you are having to manage it, on your own with multiple third party, 3PL, etc. Right, and then of course some other benefits, which I'll show later, you would get some discount, etc., and transparency in terms of what you can see in the system itself is being tracked. All right. So specifically AWD, just to share with you, is this one, the Amazon Warehousing and Distribution, AWD network. Right. So provides the integrated upstream warehousing and automatic replenishment services for your Amazon orders to the FBA. So to give you a clearer picture like this, right? So AWD sits in this circle part, right? All the warehouses, right? So like what you are doing now, you could be using your other first mile logistic options, like DHL or um DHL, etc. Those or the Amazon one like AGL, etc. to send your products, all right, to the either the Amazon warehouse, all right, or the fulfillment center directly, right? Right, or sometimes before AWD, most seller would send to their own, other warehouse that could be in China or could be in the US. Right, so they store the bulk inventory there because storing your inventory for a longer term in fulfillment center is not a very cost-effective solution. Right, so fulfillment centers inventory are meant for quick like selling it off, all right, meant to have a higher velocity. So if you have inventory that is being stored in the fulfillment center for longer than it intended to, you will incur all these other fees like high storage fee, overage fee, etc. All right, so now with the AWD, right, it will help to alleviate this issue whereby you do not have to store your bulk inventory in fulfillment center, or you can store it in the AWD warehouses. And the best thing is the automatic replenishment. So whenever your stock is low in the fulfillment center, they will help you to automatically replenish it, sending your inventory from the Amazon warehouse to the fulfillment center, right? If you opted in for it, I think by default it should be opted in, right? But you can double check on the option as well. All right, so I'll leave it here for a few seconds to let you digest a bit, huh? Okay, there are some advantages you can see here. Right. And I personally think, what is good is regarding the worry-free replenishment. Right. So, you're probably aware that if it's best not to let your product that you want to sell, your top sales product to be out of stock, right? Because that would have impact on your visibility of your product, right? Because Amazon will not actually show product that has no stocks, right? It's not a good customer experience, and you will probably find out as well when you shop for products on Amazon. Most of the time, I would say most or almost all the time, the products that appear in the search, right, are in stocks, right? You hardly, find that, you want to buy something, and then when you click onto it, the thing is out of stock. It's just not a good experience, right? To go into a page and realize, hey, it's actually out of stocks, right? And then you will take time to replenish from your store, your warehouses, etc. Right? So if you use this solution in the first place, then you'll be able to store your bulk inventory in the AWD warehouses, right? And then if the inventory is already in AWD warehouses, then your product will show in stock, even though it's not sent to the FBA warehouse yet, all right, because of the auto replenishment feature. So your product will always be in stock so long you have stocks in your Amazon AWD warehouse. Right? I think this is one of the very good advantages so that your products will not ever be out of stock, assuming you actually store your bulk storage of your inventory in the AWD warehouse. All right. And you can also save money. Just to share with you, there are some fees which you may or may not know. All right. So I think starting in the earlier, I think March, right, there is a FBA inbounding fee, right? So if you are sending your product directly to the FBA fulfillment center, starting in March this year, there is a fee. They will charge you a fee for inbounding, FBA inbounding fee by per unit basis. Right, so what you can do is if you use AWD instead of sending it to FBA fulfillment center directly, if your product is eligible, you should send it to AWD and then let AWD send the products to your FBA fulfillment center instead. So in that way, you will not incur the inbound placement fee. Okay. And also there is a low inventory level fee as well for your stocks in your FBA fulfillment center. And again, similarly, if you are using AWD auto replenishment feature, you opted in for it, you will be waived the low inventory level fee, all right? Because the fulfillment center, if you use AWD to fulfill, they will have visibility on your stock level in AWD, right? So they will know that it's not low inventory, and you will not incur any fee on this. And of course, lastly, the storage utilization surcharge. Right, you will be waived as well if you are using AWD automatic replenishment. Okay, so all in all, what we see is that based on the data we have, using this feature can help you save up to 25% on your first mile shipping cost if you are using Amazon Global Logistics to send your products to AWD network. And this kind of help you achieve the end-to-end one-stop kind of a logistic operations, right? So what are the products that is eligible to use AWD? There are some requirements. There are some changes already. It's trying to getting better and better improvement across the months. Right now, we accept up to product that is 25 by 25 by 25 inches. All right, and weigh 49 pounds or less. All right, something new. Now ASIN with expiration date of at least 185 days in the future from the inbound shipment creation date can use AWD. Right, so in the past, before these changes, right, anything with expiration date is not eligible to utilize AWD warehouses, but there's a new improvement already. All right, so long your product with expiration date had at least 185 days in the future from the date of your inbound shipment creation date, you'll be able to use AWD. All right. So other things are ineligible. One are the things that is stated here, and of course, the date that is less than 185 days, with expiration less than 185 days, also ineligible. Right. And the shipping methods. Right. So there's a whole list of the table that is available in my QR code as well that you can check it out later. Right. To be more clear on which are the eligible one and which are the product that is not eligible at this point of time. So in terms of cost, there's actually three types of cost if you are using AWD, the storage fee, processing fee, and the transportation fee. Right, and there's two different tier. the base rate and the integrated rate. Okay, so what's the difference? Base rate is if you are using your own transportation or carrier, your own logistic partner to send your shipments, your inventory to AWD. That is the base rate. All right. And integrated rate, as the name says, is you are using Amazon Global Logistics, AGL, or the Amazon Send, the partner carrier program, all right, to send to the AWD. That is called the integrated rate. Right, so you can see the difference. Now, of course, if you were to use an integrated rate, it will be about 15 to 25% savings, according to what we see over here. All right, so this is just an example to share. Right, assuming this is your storage volume for your entire month, right, and the number of replenishments that you did a month is about two, right, and then volume of your boxes in replenishment for the month is about 3 cubic feet, right. So this is how it's being calculated, right, in terms of the calculation. Right, so if you use my QR code, this is a QR code, right? There is also AWD calculator Excel that you can download as well. All right. So lastly, there's a new promotion. All right. So I gathered the info. So it's as updated as of 14 October. Right. There is the storage fee promotion going on now. All right. So let me just zoom it in for you. All right. This is the same thing. It's in the Seller Central help. All right. Okay. So if you are, what do you call it? Inbounding your inventory to the AWD site located in Texas, South Central region between this period, September to December 2024, right? You'll be eligible for this promotion, right? The rate will be 20 cents per cubic feet per month, right? For the storage fee, this is the discounted rate, right? Okay, that's the end I want to cover today, and I also want to share with you some Seller University resources we have here. All right, so you definitely want to also think about ads and what other actions you can do to drive more visits to your Amazon listing. So there are some information guide, one pager, not one pager, but few pages of guide here for you. You can read it or you can download it from Seller Central. Also, there is a session that I will be doing with the ads manager, which you should also attend if you are interested to run ads during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You should join in and see what are the, tips and advice that the ad specialist and ads manager can give you during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period. Okay, our Q4 holiday season microsite is still up, where you can check it out. Right, there's some information over there. Okay, and this is the webinar that I was sharing. I have today is actually 15. Yep. So I have one last webinar for this month. Okay, which is the 34. Right, you can sign up in the QR code as well with Hui Qi, our ads manager from the Amazon ads team, to share with you how to ace the Q4 peak season with the Amazon ads. Okay, two more slides to go to share with you who are new here that we have the Southern Seller Fest 2024, one of our biggest event for the year. Right, it's a ticketed event. It's happening on November 19th to 20th, 2024 at the Park Royal Collection, Marina Bay, Singapore. Right, this is if you want to attend live in person, then you can sign up here and get the tickets. All right, there will be people like Kevin King, all right, flying down as well to share their insights. All right, they are all top sellers from across the globe. And then before the in-person event, there's the pre-summit webinar as well that you can sign up to learn more. Right, so this one is already over, but you can watch it on demand on the QR code here. Right, there's a fourth webinar, which is the last webinar before the in-person summit. All right, so if you sign up, you will be able to join live during that time. All right, that's all I have for today. I'm going to go through the live Q&A question right now that I gathered from the registration.